Matt Boland. This one's for you, baby. So today I want to talk about Magento for small business. And some of you listening in here might think that these are sort of two contrarian ideas. Magento is typically sort of summarized as a high growth platform for big retailers. And the scary open source nature of it usually sort of scares away some of the smaller merchants who might be a better fit and could quite honestly scale on Magento, but instead they go to other platforms, which we love and support. Folks like Shopify, BigCommerce, where they feel comfortable sort of staying within their box, but once again can be somewhat limited in their scalability. So I want to discuss a couple sort of reasons why we've seen small merchants and why we've advised some of our clients, despite maybe not being ready from a revenue value, why they went with Magento and sort of their experience. So when it comes to Magento, there's a reason why they're the number one by volume e-commerce provider in the entire ecosystem. I think it's not a surprise that it's a damn good platform. But as well, it's a lot of the ancillary things that go around Magento that allow it to be so successful. The most pressing of which is why I'm talking about it today, is a large pool of developers. There's a huge community behind Magento, both within merchants that can share their experience, that have become sort of the early guinea pigs and have learned it, and are happy to share with other merchants sort of their experiences, as well as a huge number of developers there to support the platform. Whether it's building the first fundamental site or adding a new feature, I can guarantee you that someone's been there and done that. And so while it is an open source platform, the beauty is that people have already created all these extensions because they've had to do it in the past. So any qualified developer, such as Trellis, can come in, take that code, and customize it for your specific needs. It's also very scalable. That goes back to people's biggest fear, which is the fact that Magento is just too big for them. But in reality, you want to get big. If you're in business and you don't want to grow their business, you're not an entrepreneur. So Magento gives that ability to scale. And you don't have to use every single feature and functionality from the day one. But as your business grows, as you go international, as you build subsect businesses, you can do all these things within Magento. You can set up a new store quicker using the fundamentals of your existing site. As well, it's got a ton of built-in features. A lot of times when merchants go to some of these other providers, they all of a sudden hit sort of issues with the fact that they're looking for a feature, but it's not within the platform. Magento is once again built to build big businesses, to scale to $100 million, $200 million, as some of Magento merchants are doing today. And ultimately, it is built to be budget friendly. Magento has recognized, especially over the last 2 to 3 years, the fact that they want to get into people's systems, into their businesses early and help them nurture and grow in the platform. So they built out options for folks that maybe are not ready for the giant size of their enterprise professional or enterprise cloud. They've built out offers such as Cloud Starter or Enterprise Starter for people that want the majority of the features but don't need these giant international businesses just yet. And finally, there's a ton of extensions available out there, which allows you to sort of piecemeal the platform together piece by piece and eventually build sort of the total solution that you need. And if there's ever a need for custom, then you can go to, once again, that huge community that exists to try to see what's already been built. And you never want to reinvent the wheel when there's things that already exist. A couple of my thoughts. Feel free to reach out for more.